clock.
I know, huh? That is nice. Even play a little tune, don't they? That's nice and peaceful.
I'm Richard from Tustin, and this is the solar panels for my pool pump. That's all it serves. No electricity used at all. I really love it.
Fantastic. Let's tell the story. How long has it been installed now, Richard?
Since October.
October?
Yeah.
Water's running great. The run's pretty quiet too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Even if it's cloudy outside, see how it's going, because
Right.
I appreciate that movement.
Right. Well, when it's cloudy out,
like that,
yeah.
I'm doing good.
When it's cloudy out, you still recognize it running when it's cloudy.
Yeah, it probably runs half of that stream,
Mm-hmm.
so I know it's still working. That's just like a regular pool.
Yeah, where you can't see the sun.
Yeah.
Are you kind of amazed it's running when you can't tell where the sun's at?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like I told Jeff that, you know, if it's like we had a few weeks ago, it was like cloudy the whole week, so it didn't run that much because it was just straight clouds. But their pool's clean, so wait till the sun comes back out.
Right.
I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
The pool's super clean.
The cleaner was still working too?
Yeah.
So
It just goes slower.
yeah, it just goes a little slower. You still got your return flow, but when you're outside, you can't see the sun, the solar pump is still working for you.
Yeah.
And keeping the pool clean. Excellent.
This is a no-brainer.
Well, you're a skeptic until you see it work, because when he first came and the solar pumps, this gimmick solar ain't gonna do shit. And then I started looking at it and you study it and actually working with it, it's like, okay, there's something here. This works.
See, I started with Mike before, and he had this big box, some inverter box that we were going to put in and try.
Right.
You know, that's where we started at.
Yeah.
Because I could see the value in it. Especially after he came out and said how much I was spending just on the pump alone.
Yeah.
I got to figure out.
That sticks with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even say it. I just said my wife's happier. There's less money going out. $100 a month. $100 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you, like everybody, they can put that back in the community. You can put back that in your life. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, how you pencil that out at the end of the month, it's still $100 a month.
Yep. Because I'm just so happy the way it works.
Right.
I'm not out here cleaning the pool all the time.
Right.
Realistically, I'd have to do it once a day, just to keep up with it.
Oh,
I still wouldn't get this clean.
Right.
You know, even I'm vacuuming it and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
And you were doing it yourself. You didn't have a pool tech.
I never had a pool guy.
Right. So you do it yourself, and typically you're doing it once a day. You'd go out there and.
Yeah, or maybe once every 2 days. It depends on how much wind there is.
Right.
Because they have so many trees here.
Wow.
They just start dropping leaves.
So when you had the AC pump, you're out here once a day, every other day. Now with the solar pump, what have you been coming out here doing?
Just go to the window and look at it.
Just admire it.
Just enjoy the pool.
I told him I haven't vacuumed it since I put this in.
Yeah.
Number one, because I can't turn it off.
Right.
Because it's always running.
Right.
I usually do that in the summer.
Yeah.
But like I said, we did this the end of October when he came out and put the pumps in.
Have you told other people about the SunRay solar pump in your pool and saving you money and feeling?
People don't get it because it's hard to believe. It really is hard to believe. How can you run a pool pump for free?
Right.
That's all it basically boils down to. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not no more.
No, I mean, but I got friends that come over and they look. I go, that's not costing me a penny. No electricity at all. And they go, like, curiosity, but then their thoughts go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times you might say solar, they still think heating, even though you say it's running my pump motor and saving me electricity, and you really spell it out. And
Yeah, well, and it's heating my pool too. My pool's going to be, I have to turn down the water temperature. Luckily, I have that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get so hot so fast from just running longer during the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the sun's going to heat the pool, filter the pool, and you're going to have to adjust it down so it doesn't get too hot.
Right. Definitely.
All free from the sun.
Right. Because it runs so long.
Yeah.
I just love looking at it.
I know. No, I enjoy it too. You know, I enjoy, you know, hearing it. But the other thing is the solar pump is really quiet.
It's a lot softer sound.
It's a lot softer of a sound, isn't it?
Yeah, I told my neighbor, I go, you hear the pump? He goes, oh, you put a new pump in? And I go, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's right, I don't hear anything.
Did you tell him you got a solar pump from SunRay? Yeah. Excellent. Has it made you feel different about your pool and about solar, having you going out there and actually seeing something happen with the sun and taking care of your pool? I mean, has it made you feel different being a sustainable pool owner? Because when you look at it and you admire it, it's working, but do you just go...
No, I feel good.
Yeah.
Because I understand what's going on, and I understand I'm saving the money.
Yeah.
That's why I go to the window all the time. I'll stand there and they'll go, what are you doing? Just looking at the pool. Okay, what's we doing? And they'll walk away. People don't understand it.
Right.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I got 3 of my friends have pools. They know, they come out and go, yeah, and they go home.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to save $1,200 a year?
Right. Right. And have a sparkling clean pool year round, because you had this
Well, you
going.
can do the math. Just do, well, mine's 100. Just divide that whatever the cost is, and that tells you how many years you got.
Oh yeah, typically it's about a 1 year, year and a half ROI. Try to do a special installation, have a hybrid set up. It might be under 2 years always. They're probably about a year and a half ROI, you think? As far as buying your panels?
I research everything about solar panels, but I haven't done this because I'm totally happy with it. It doesn't matter to me. No, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, if it only lasts 6 months, and I go, yeah, I got ripped off.
All right. Well, you're sincerely happy and stoked going solar with the pump.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy. This is the only way to go. You gotta be fool not to do this.
Yeah.
Really. Free money.
Right. And free pride too, right? I mean, because you stand there and look at it and you see the water working, your pool's clean, you're out here cleaning all the time. You gotta feel that you did the right thing for sure.
Oh, I definitely did.
And you can see your cleaner goes all the way to the end, 32 feet away.
Yep.
Circulation's great. Cleaner goes over the whole pool. Beautiful. Yeah, it is a softer sound though.
Definitely.
It's kind of hard to tell what it is.
Yeah.
You can still hear the birds.
Yep.
You can still hear nature. Fantastic. Well, we're going to share the news,
Good.
and I really appreciate you.
I mean, there'll be a few people that get it, but it's like, come over here and look at it and
Right.
not using any electricity. How's that pool getting clean by itself? How does it work through the saltwater system, you know?
To me, it seems like you come out and admire and enjoy your pool, other than always, being something you have to care for, clean, and
I did. That's why I always cleaned the pool before.
Yeah,
That doesn't bother me to do that. But it's never this clean.
yeah, but
I can tell the difference.
right. So you come out and admire the pool a lot more having it off the grid and being solar powered.
Every day. I do.
Just to admire it and not have to work on it.
Yep.
That's beautiful. Have you noticed a difference on your utility bill?
Yes.
What kind of difference do you feel you've seen?
About $100.
About $100.
Yeah.
Seriously, $100, or are you just kind of guessing, or are you really?
No.
You're feeling it definitely $100.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Since
So since you installed the SunRay solar pump, you've noticed a $100 difference on your utility bill.
I'm getting a credit now with my other solar panels.
Right.
And the front 6 are DC. This works off.
That the pool works off of. So before you weren't getting a credit when you had the pool. So now, since you installed the SunRay solar pump, now you're seeing a credit on your utility bill. So you're seeing about $100 savings going solar, but you're also seeing that as a credit as well on your utility bill.
Yep.
Well, the cleaner looks like it's running well.
Oh yeah, I haven't cleaned this pool in a while. I
Right.
just let it run.
So you have strong return flow. Is this the only return jet, or you have another one over there?
Fun.
So you have the one strong return jet, and then the cleaner running well, and then it looks like it's still skimming as well. You still got a little skimming going on?
Yep.
Excellent. Let's check out the pool equipment. You left your AC pump in?
Yeah.
Perfect. You ever find yourself ever turning the AC pump on? Yeah.
No, I haven't used that at all.
So you have your AC, you have it,
Put it in.
right. So you definitely have a hybrid setup here, so you can turn it on at night if you like. But have you, since October, have you ran your AC pump at all?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Never need whatsoever.
Nope.
Fantastic. You're going through a little cartridge filter.
Yep.
So the pool is running really, really well, but look how dirty that basket is too. So you're gonna even pick up a lot of flow having that basket cleaned up. So it looks like the cleaner's working really well. It's skimming.
I get all these trees, so it fills up fast.
Right, right. Well, the good thing is our solar DC pump is running fantastic for you. That's our 1 horsepower and running on, you have 6 panels?
6 185.
So you have 6 180 watt panels, all wired in series?
Yes. In the summer, it's just going to amp up till 8 o'clock at night.
Right, right.
And it's so clean now, I'm not really a concern of mine.
So you're going on 6 months here, running it.
Very happy with it.
6 months, and you're very happy with the SunRay solar pump? Fantastic, saving you $100 a month. Cleaner's running, it's skimming. How's the sound? Have you noticed is it quieter than your AC?
A lot quieter.
A lot quieter than your AC pump?
Yep, a lot quieter.
So the AC pump was noisy. Now that you got on solar, you notice a $100 savings, a lot quieter. Pool's been just as clean as before, or cleaner?
Way cleaner.
How's it holding chemicals? Have you noticed with that extra circulation, it's been holding chemicals better, or any different change on that, or the same?
Saltwater system, so I really don't put anything in it.
So no problem with your saltwater system. The flow rate, everything's fine to run your salt cell.
Yep. Works great.
Works great. And then your pool is about 35 feet away. Would you, how far away do you think that is, Jeff? From here to there?
The return?
Yeah, to the return line. Oh yeah, to the return line even. That's probably 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you got,
Bill.
and uphill.
Up to the second story too, right?
When I turn on the solar panels.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I have water solar panels.
You have a thermal water heater, right? And have you found any challenge here of it not getting there, or you found the water flow?
No, it was fine. I only ran it in October because, you know, once it gets cold at night, it's hard to keep the water cold.
Can you turn on the thermal water heater now?
Yeah.
So now you turn the thermal heater on. Now we're getting more RPM.
So it's got to push, since it hasn't been running, it's got to push the water up. And
Right,
down
so now it's
before-
pushing the water up.
Yeah.
Now the load's on. Yeah, I saw the
There it
check
goes.
valve open up.
And
Excellent.
They'll keep bubbling, but I just stand and see how it's not running out. The water's going through it, and then see it's coming down, and then I would start bubbling up. In about 4 or 5 minutes, it'll be back to normal.
Right. So right now, all the water from the return line's going up to the roof?
Yeah.
So it looks like you shut it entirely off, right?
Yeah, it was.
Well, now you have your return line kicking back on. So now the return line's going, air's coming out.
And then it'll go back to normal.
All right, so what you're doing now is you're sending water to the thermal water heater. And what, oh, is it on the other, oh, it's on that side over there?
Farthest away.
I mean, that's a lot of plumbing you have there. It's going all the way to the other side of the house. So you have your thermal heater over there on that back side, right?
Yeah, this side I just had more electric panels.
Right, right. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's got to be 80 feet of plumbing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another 50 over here. Wow. Yeah, that's like 300 feet of PVC there and back. What impeller did you put on this pool, Jeff?
It's 2 horse.
2 horse impeller? Perfect. Excellent.
Yeah,
So
we had to do something because they had to get all the way to the other side.
yeah, well, I typically run the 2 horsepower impeller, and it's nice to see you have the SunRay 2 horse, the 1 horse pump with 2 horse impeller, and it's handling your thermal heater, sending water right up. Do you mind turning the heater off and we can kind of see that flow again? All right.
I see it switching back.
Right.
Now it's just circulating. This wasn't working because I had to disconnect the power to that.
Right.
So I disconnected the pump.
Right.
It's not connected. And
So it's still on the timer then, right? The salt
yeah,
cell?
to run the timer because the timer is electricity.
Right.
You got to run the salt cell.
Right. So right now we disconnected the thermal heater, so now the water is going back to as normal. It's bypassing the thermal heater on the roof. So we have the cleaner and return line, and you're saying you can unplug the skimmer cleaner.
No.
So now that's disconnected. Now the return line It looks like you had a lot of good suction there, huh? Oh yeah, look at that return line. My gosh.
That's what I said, it'll go farther now. Now you can see it.
Yeah, that return line's amazing. Wow. That's an amazing return line. That thing is kicking along, huh? And this return flow is just stronger than when you had it on the AC that you almost noticed, huh? Yeah, yeah, I bet you this is a fun pool to be in when it's all heated up for the kids and everybody.
Yeah, the worst when it depends on when it first start getting windy in December, you know, all the dirt and stuff comes off the leaves, and you imagine how leaves do that thing.
Right.
So I just brush the pool down and then just leave that running, and
yeah, the cleaner gets to the bottom and it's beautiful.
It's looked like this since October.
That's fantastic.
I love it so much. I come out every day and I just admire it. And then I tell people about it and they're there. I'm stoked. Every day I'm stoked. And then they come out and go, okay, so no, you don't understand. There's no electricity.
Been paying for years.
Right. It's saving me $100 a month.
Yep.
And you're heating it. That's the amazing thing. So you're pumping, filtering, and thermal water heating it with tremendous amounts of PVC. It looks like to me close to 300 feet from suction to return. And you have this kind of solid return flow on our 1 horsepower SunRay. It's fantastic. I can see it rippling all the way to the other end. So that return line, how long is your pool? What's the length? 32 feet. So your return line has a good flow of at least 32 feet. I can see the water and it's just circling along. Yeah. That's fantastic. Let's feel that suction really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you have that return. The basket's running well. Oops, you need a new basket.
Yeah,
Feel that suction. Oh yeah, wow. So it's 1.5 inch suction there and back, huh?
Yeah.
So 1.5 inches, but that's not 1.5 inches too on the.
No, everything other than the pool is 2 inches.
Yeah.
Which, you should have done that in the first place. I didn't know any better when I had this put in.
Yeah. Now we have a bunch of circulation now. Basket all clean. Wow, gosh, that's all section. Pretty wild. Was there a place you can see the thermal heater?
No.
There's not, huh? Except on Google Earth. So is the thermal heater all on that side, going down?
To get it warm, it only takes a day or two.
Wow, pizza. Thank you so much.
Pizza, I got a hot dog.
Oh my gosh. Is that your granddaughter?
Yeah.
Cool. She know how to swim yet?
She's almost there.
Almost there?
She feels better if someone's in the water with her.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, it's really good flow. Excellent. Yeah, it's really great return flow. Yeah, they're good now. Oh, you got fries? Is that popcorn or fries? Oh, I love popcorn.
Runs perfectly then.
Yeah, it's not loud. I mean, it has a little, sound, but they're all gonna have a sound.
Cool.
No, that's perfect.
It's brighter than your air conditioner.
Oh God, yeah. Those air conditioners like a turbine.
I've seen it in action now, a couple different places, and everybody's happy with it that I've done it. So.
Pizza.
That's like professional.
Yeah.
What does that do?
I don't know. Just like the switch you got, just for DC. Oh, can I have some? That's good. Who made that? Did you make that? You did a great job. And this is it for the AC. Yeah.
That's all the.
Well, that'll look right.
Yeah, that's the whole
you have your
system.
AC and
Yeah.
your DC, and you'll have that set up.
I thought for sure I'd be using AC sometime, but
Yeah.
and I'm going to have to just to run the motor because I haven't turned it on yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that, camera?
Yeah, you're gonna want to run it at least every couple months, just this way the water that's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a
Thank you very much.
better setup for that, and it'll look nicer.
Pretty basic system for it to work that well with no issues.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's just really positive, negative, like the battery on your car, you know. But when it's all said and done, thinking about going solar with your swimming pool, you said that you were thinking about a couple years ago, 4 years ago, and there was really, what was that point where you really decide, hey, I'm really going to put some time and research into it, just because it sounded like the right idea?
Well, I met him, what, 3 years ago?
Thank you.
But I was talking to Mike, I'd be there like every month, every summer for the last 3 years, so you came up with that motor.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it really made...
He had some boxes, it was like...
Yeah, an inverter box.
Yeah.
But you were going to run your AC pump with, right? You weren't going to use a DC pump. You're going to run your existing pump with.
Right.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
It wasn't a DC pump out then.
What's that? You're right. So that box is going to run your AC pump, right?
Yeah.
And did you try that inverter?
No, you came along and I threw that out.
Oh, you guys never installed it, tried it out?
We talked about it probably the last 2 years before.
I can?
And you can eat this one.
I told you I'm getting too full.
Right, well that's cool. Then finally, you got the SunRay pump in, and you put that
And
in.
they tell me when you came up when I go, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And that probably took another year because, you know, every week gets busy. You guys are busy.
Right.
I'm busy.
Yeah, you went on a trip or something like that too.
No, I mean, it took about a year just because, you know, I wasn't
You weren't.
gone all the time. He didn't really understand it at the time
Right.
when he first came in.
But you were ready to go pretty much. It was just a matter of doing the logistics to get it all in there and going.
I knew it'd work, but I didn't have the power to make it full back.
Right. So the day you installed it, you really noticed the difference as you spoke before? Or Jeff, you installed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it easy install? Yeah. Nothing different than a traditional AC pump? Installed, plumbed in,
The
exact.
difference was I was putting in Siamese pumps, you know.
Yeah. In parallel, right?
AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, which wasn't too hard to kind of plumb that in.
No, it's actually
Hey,
simple.
put
Now-
the three-way valve and took care of that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
We use the three-way valve to select the pump rather than the check valves.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's because of the solar heat, we didn't want any extra valves because there was already check valves in the system.
Yeah, it looked like it was a nice way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show that for sure. Realistically, you haven't even used your AC pump in 6 months, right? I mean, you haven't found a need to turn it on,
No.
right? So you just been on the solar pump the whole time since you installed it.
No, I mean, it probably would have rained for a couple of weeks and then windy or something and my pool got dirty, I'd have to switch over just to back in the pool.
But since this raining season, the last 6 months, you never saw that need though, correct?
No, well, I realized after a couple of weeks that
I'm good right now.
when the AC pump was connected and I couldn't use it, so I just turned the power off.
Yeah.
Just to run a DC pump. But when I turned the power off, then my saltwater system didn't work.
Right.
The timer. And I go, okay, well, probably gonna fix this. But I have to use the saltwater system to make that thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you have no problem with your salt cell running, doing the chlorination with the DC pump whatsoever? That's been.
You saw it.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks crystal clear, that's for sure. And that's one of the things that you find yourself doing is really admiring the pool more so now, correct?
This morning, the first thing I do is
Did ya?
walk out to the window and look at it. It starts about, and then you asked me yesterday, it starts at 7:30. Not that strong, but that's when it starts.
Okay.
It's probably a half hour at 7:30 in the morning.
Right. So 7:30 in the morning, you
And
see it.
8:30 picks up pretty good, days like that. In fact, I ran yesterday till probably 4. You know, starts 2:30, 3 o'clock, goes down about half again, and then just keeps running, and then it's going to get better after Sunday because daylight savings time. That'll run 10 hours now.
So the daylight savings time, and then the way the sun adjusts for the spring and the summer.
Well, daylight savings time still ran longer than I run them.
Right. Right. Totally.
Anyway,
Well, how long you think the solar is running it? You said pretty much from 7:30 to 4:30.
well, right now, yeah.
Yeah, but the bottom line is at 4 o'clock, the sun's on a deep angle, and you're still seeing the pump
Oh, yeah,
run
still
well.
runs, yeah.
Right. Right, so it does it great for a lot of good ambient light instead of the direct sun on it, on the
Yeah,
panels.
after 3, when the sun gets to that side,
Yeah.
you know, then the panels are in the front. If I would have had them back here, that
Whoops, sorry, honey. Right.
Say if I had them on the 2nd floor, because that's
Sure.
where I can read my solar panels on my phone.
Yeah,
And they're the highs. They start early, like 7 o'clock.
right.
They're higher reading than down here. And then the sun comes up and they'll pick up.
Mhm.
And when the sun goes down, they're still high. The panels here slow down, and those are so good. To
Right, so you probably would squeeze in maybe another 2 hours on the swimming pool.
Right, yeah.
If you had them in the
Yeah,
right location.
on that.
But you haven't found a need for that whatsoever.
I don't. With a pool.
I know. It is crystal clear. You're running great. And
Yeah, considering I haven't cleaned it,
right.
pretty clear.
Well, that's the thing that you mentioned that when it was on the AC pump, you know, how many hours were you kind of running it on the AC?
I'd split it up, like 8 hours, but I'd run 4 hours during the middle of the night just to save electricity. 12, I'd turn it on again because, you know, you can't let the pool just sit when the sun's out or else you get algae.
Right.
And I'd run that another 4 hours till 4 when the sun's going down.
So say that again. The time frame you were running it before. What time did it turn on?
Well, I'd start at like 3 o'clock in the morning and run till 7 because you're on off-peak hours
Sure.
of electricity. And then I'd run it, start about 12 or 1 in the afternoon and run for another 4 hours. So, you know, it was filtering.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you definitely notice the quality of your water was a lot cleaner
Yeah.
because you're trying to running an evening and trying to save energy and running on low peak hours, but then you were turning it on more around 12ish or 1 and trying to kind of catch up from that early morning and afternoon sunlight hitting the pool, growing the bacteria, and kind of because it's stagnant water, right? So you've noticed that your cleaning process of you going out to clean the pool was really something that you did with every day or every other day because you had it set up that way, correct? But now with
That's the best I could get it at the time.
Sure, and you know the quality of the water, what it was now.
It's so much better now.
Right. So since you installed the solar pump, it just turns on around 7:30 in the morning and stops like around 4:30. But you're getting that RPMs throughout the entire day. The cleaner's running, the water circulating. So that is really where you notice the big difference
Yeah,
on the water quality, correct?
Water quality is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. And your labor is less too, right?
Yes.
So it allows you to open the, like you said, you admire the pool in the morning simply because typically you would go out there and have something to do to clean it. Now with the solar pump, now you say, well, I don't really have much to do. It looks so great, correct? Right.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Well, that's the main message. That, you know, a lot of people think about going solar, and you said you're saving about $100 a month
Yeah.
that you're thinking of. Yeah.
No electricity.
Yeah. Right. So
You
you're,
can't get any better than that and have the pool look like that. It's just like, nobody can do that.
yeah. But not only the $100, there's what you're saying. There's so much more to it, as far as in less maintenance, better water quality. Your salt cell still works. So it really kind
And
of
I'm saving $100 a month off of, I told you, my 2 times I ran it. So I was on low peak before. Somebody's running it 8 hours during the day.
right more like 150.
Like my neighbor does, yeah. It'd be more money I would have had to pay before. So I'd be saving more money now. But
It's a good point.
yeah.
It's a good point. What'd your neighbors say when you let them know, check it out? What was that?
Well,
What was the real vibe they gave you? Did they understand it, or they did understand
I
it,
don't
didn't
think they
care?
understand it, that's all.
That was the main thing.
Somebody came out there and said this is running for free, and they know how much it costs to run a pool. It doesn't click in right away because, well, yeah, it's running, but they don't get it. In fact, after you guys came yesterday or the day before,
Yeah.
I went to my neighbor's house and told him he came over. He goes, "Oh yeah, I got to get on that. This is ridiculous what I'm paying for electricity."
Right. Right, no doubt about it. But I think it's. Do you feel that it's just more disbelief? Is it? I mean,
How can you believe that's got this thing running all day long, and not producing and not using any electricity? It's just
Yeah.
waste.
yeah, and your salt cell working, the water's clear. It's just all of that, and saving that kind of money every month is really the whole thing to try to grasp and understand.
Well, two, and nobody ever asked what the system costs, but they know they have to put money out front, but they don't see money. A lot of people don't understand if they don't see the money.
Right.
Like I know I'll get it long term, to not paying my bill
Yeah.
instead of cash in front of me.
Right.
So they only see the cash outlay, but they don't look like down the road how much money I'm saving.
Mhm.
You know, when it pays for itself.
Right, right. So that ROI within a year and a half or so on your end, but there's definitely more to it in the thought process of just not saving the money, but it seems like the majority of your pride and your impression of going solar is about the water quality, it's about the less maintenance, about the pool always being ready to be swam in.
I got one more good thing about that. You got solar pool credit from the government.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you definitely, right now, now it's down to 26% tax
Yeah.
credit for sure.
Yeah,
Did you utilize your tax credit at all for installing?
I did, yeah, after you put it in.
Yeah?
I used it.
And well, you got 30%.
Yeah.
So now it's down to 26. Next year will be at 22. So people really need to start moving forward on it for sure.
Yes.
But yeah,
See, that's money you can't see.
right.
From 30% to 22%, you don't see it in cash.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a question though on the return on investment and that $100 a month. I mean, it's $100 a month. I mean, what does that really mean as far as when you're looking at that? I mean, is it just still more of a feeling? Because you have a nice house, a nice pool, like most people. So saving that $100 is $100. But what does that really kind of equate to somebody really kind of putting that in? Is it more of the wife and the family and the kids, or just that $100 just is something that equates to
Depends
how you look at
strict
it?
you are with your money.
Yeah.
If you're on a strict budget and you gain that extra 100, or you can get that extra 100 now and maybe put it towards a vacation or maybe invest it.
Mhm.
You know, $1,200 a year in 10 years is $12,000 just from not using electricity.
Right.
And what's that $12,000 going to get you in return for your investment?
Mhm.
If you're that strict with
Sure.
your money.
Well, some people are retired, so to your point, a lot of people are that way. You know, how do I, because electricity keeps going up 4% every year.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to be more of a steady income budget. Yeah, no doubt.
Going up.
Yeah,
Utilities.
yeah. What'd your wife think about it? Did she understand it when you were doing
No.
it, or she didn't know what you were doing? And
She just sees she pays the bills.
right,
When she sees I don't have to pay that, she's happy.
yeah.
But she doesn't know how we got here.
But did she admire or notice the pool cleaner now, or she feel like it was a good decision that you made?
Well, she tells me the pool. She goes, "Oh, the pool's really clean," but she didn't understand the logistics of it.
Yeah, well, she didn't understand you coming out, cleaning it every.
She some money.
Right, sure.
Me, I wasn't that. I just like it because I'm not running electricity.
Yeah.
I just like that.
Yeah. Well, not only not running electricity, but your salt cell, your pool is crystal clear, and I think you really admired how much sparkly it is, I guess you might want to say, right?
Yeah, you can't get that every day in your pool. Not anybody can. But for 6 months, if you're running looking like that.
Say that again. What was the point?
If you run your pool, well, you have to run your pool every day, but like in the summer, you run your pool more, so the water gets a little clearer.
Yeah.
But it's not like that every day because you'd have to go out there and clean it all the time.
Yeah.
Vacuum it or brush it or whatever. But right now, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to do any of that.
Right. Well, you haven't had to do any of that for 6 months now, right?
Cleaner
Yeah.
every day than it ever was.
Right. Right. That's fantastic. And do you think it's also that salt cell and the circulation really is just running all the time, other than the way, like you expressed it earlier?
Salt cell just saves you money to begin with
Yeah.
because you're not dumping chlorine in there all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
once you get the chlorine in, then you have to balance with the other chemicals. Whereas the salt, maybe put a half a bag in a year, $7 a bag.
Right.
$8 a bag.
Right.
And then when you open a pool, you have to balance it because of the rain. Rain changes the
Yeah.
chemistry of it, but it's still clear. When I get this, I haven't even tested the pool water, but when I do, I'll have to put something in it just for swimmable. But right now, see what it looks like. So
Right. Right.
my outlay for initially starting a pool season, cash is going to be less because I won't need to put that many.
Yeah. One last thing I'm going to pick up on, though, is I want people to understand that you have a thermal heater on your swimming pool, right? And I'm just going to show really quick before you tell me a little more detail about what temperature you're doing. But Richard's, your pool pump is about 50 to 60 feet away from the pool, but your thermal heater's all the way on the other side of your house, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, let me get in here. So it's on the back side. Your thermal heater's on the back side of the roof, correct?
Correct.
So that's a good, you know, it goes up over the chimney, up the roof on the other side. So golly, it looks like to me you're close to 300 feet of plumbing, as far as from the suction going to the thermal heater and then back in. Our SunRay 1 horsepower is doing that for you, which is phenomenal.
Just to make sure I had enough power
To do that, right?
Yeah, push on it.
Were you kind of doubting that the solar pump was going to be able to provide?
No, I just wanted to make sure it would.
Right.
You know, you just trade out impellers for horsepower.
Right, totally. You can.
Because I was running a 2 horsepower before.
Yeah, well, we have a 2 horsepower impeller on this.
I know, but,
Yeah.
but the motor was 2 horsepower.
Oh, right. Well, now you're using the SunRay 1 horsepower
Right, so
with a 2 horsepower impeller on
That's
it.
electricity anyway, if it was hooked up to electricity. Now, regular AC 1 horsepower would not pump that. I'd get bubbles coming out of there because the air, it just couldn't push it enough and get it all the way back.
So you're finding our 1 horsepower SunRay pump has a much more power than an AC grid powered pump motor. That's fantastic. What was the temperature of you seeing your thermal heater get your pull up to?
I usually, when it's bath water, I turn it off,
Yeah, right.
which I can get there in, right now, because the temperature's so low, probably 3 days.
Right. Do you use a cover for your pool too at night to keep it in there? Yeah.
You gotta keep the,
What temperature does that get to? Like a 90s or what temperature?
yeah, I set it at 86. When I hear most people don't complain.
Right.
A lot of people have a thermometer in their pool. You learn after a while, don't ever put a thermometer in your pool.
Right.
Because you're colder or you're hotter. Or,
Right.
So there's always somebody has to say something.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me just get in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hear too many people say it's too cold, I just turn up.
Yeah, right. Well, the beautiful thing is now you're pumping, heating, and taking care of your water chemistry and the circulation for free off the sun.
Yeah.
So you are really officially, you know, a sustainable pool owner.
I'm green.
Yeah, you're definitely green and sustainable, and that's a great feeling. And hopefully your neighbors will, you know, will keep working on them, and also the public out there with swimming pools to really see the benefits of solar pumping and heating your pool
Yeah,
for that matter.
If you don't want to have that cash outlay for your house on solar
You're right.
electricity, at least just do your pool. That's a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
At least you could trade that money for AC money,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Totally. Well, right now you're saying since you have solar grid tie system for your home,
Yeah.
you're saying the solar pump, you're not seeing that $100 in cash, you're seeing that as a credit.
Yeah.
And you're using that credit to run your AC units to keeping your house at temperature that you like, right? Keeping it cool.
No, my wife won't worry about how much we're spending on electricity in the summer.
Right. Right.
Because the AC in a house can get up there, especially this size house.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you're finding that you're getting a lot more credits, $100 in credits or so, where you're just using that credits to run your
Yeah.
AC unit.
It's exchange.
Right.
It doesn't cost me anything. So.
Right, that's fantastic. So did you have a zero bill before you installed the solar pump on your utility? Were you zeroing out before?
No, it was close to zero.
What were you paying, $30, $40? Where do you think you were
somewhere
at?
around there.
Right.
Because when we first put the panels up, you know, there was a zero out to figure out how your electricity, how much you're using the water per
Right.
year and all that stuff. And then you got it all dialed in. And then Edison raises the rates. Then they raise the rates.
Right.
So your bill starts going up.
Yeah.
They raise the rates.
Right, but it had the AC pool pump in the math for that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So the rates kept going up.
That's how you get your electric panels. You need, excuse me, $150 a month minimum bill to qualify for solar panels electricity.
Right,
And if you don't have, like next door, they probably pay $50, $75 a month, so they couldn't qualify. But the pool is the one that pushes you over.
hmm
So I figured if I can get the pool out of the equation, I've already got the panels, well, I'm golden.
Yeah, so when you installed it in October, the next month you were zeroed out.
Yeah,
You saw a credit.
yes.
Right, so not only did you save the $30, but you're seeing a credit of $30, $60, or
Now it's around 100, it depends, Christmas time, it drops down again.
yeah,
Lights and stuff,
right.
put a lot of lights up.
So you're averaging with the credit and not you paying the utility bill, you're averaging a little over $100 with credit and cash savings. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
And then electricity always going up, you're always going to be finally always zeroed out with that swimming pool being off your
Yeah,
utility.
that's out of your equation.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's beautiful. Anything else you can think of that somebody might want to know, or you know, to do this as well, or have the confidence to? Because you know your neighbors are pretty much the people that are going to my website and thinking about going solar. So I'm getting the same response of they can't believe it, or they're just not sure. Does it really work? You know, is this a gimmick?
No, not a gimmick. Well, I didn't tell you that. I design plumbing systems.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. So I knew all about the pumps. That's how Mike and I get to be good friends. Was once he started explaining to me total developed head and all this stuff, and I'm there, and he goes, you know what I'm talking about? I said, yeah, I do. This is what I do. But when we were looking for the pump for the pool, like I told you, my concern was total developed head, getting it up that far.
Yeah.
And the only way you could do it on AC was to put a bigger pump in.
2 horsepower.
Yeah, and that's what I have. The 1 horsepower, 1.5 didn't work. And then yours, the 1 horsepower with a
2 horsepower impeller.
Impeller.
Magic. Boom.
Gold.
Right.
And it's wired.
Right. So, far as a solid message to somebody, your neighbors again, if you talk to them again, or somebody that might see this video and say, I guess it is real, but you're proof, of it, how it's pumping, heating, circulating your pool, and obviously they're going to hear everything that we talked about earlier and now, but I guess the main thing you would say is do it, right? I mean, get it done, get your pool off the grid.
You don't want to put out the outlay for your house, put it out for your pool. Get that.
You're saying instead of doing your whole house solar, getting a grid tie system, at least get the pool off the grid, and then evaluate where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think you'd say?
You're still going to get a credit.
Right.
Energy credit.
Do you think you'd get a better evaluation of a grid tie system for your home having the pool removed of the evaluation of your energy use, as far as what you might need to qualify for and whatnot? A smaller system, really, for your home?
But you don't want to lay out 30 grand or whatever, depending on how big your house is.
Right.
So at least get the pool out.
Right. Right.
I don't know why it wouldn't make anybody happy to see that thing running and no electricity being used.
Right. As far as the risk factor, somebody, your neighbors or somebody watching this video and say, golly, is it just too much risk for me to do this?
There's no risk.
Right.
It can work.
Right.
And this was in the winter months. When it gets to summer, it can only get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to run longer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
that thing's going to be really, really clean. I don't know if you can over clean it.
Right. Right. Well, it's definitely swimmable, right? I mean, it'll be warm. It'll be chlorinated. It'll be circulated. And what's your concerns about a variable speed pool pump, as far as running lower RPMs, which was kind of like your nighttime scenario. You're trying to, save money here, but variable speed pumping, running at a low RPMs. Don't you think you'd have the same bad water quality, not as clean pool as running on solar with higher RPMs?
Well, yeah.
Right, and the lower RPMs want to really move your cleaner around as well, right? And circulate your pool as well, correct?
Yeah, I looked at variable speed pumps because you saw how high I have to go.
Yes, for the thermal heater.
But it still wouldn't have made it as clean as this is.
Well, you'd have to run it at higher RPMs, obviously, to get it up there and
but
spend that money.
Right, but I have to spend the money on electricity to do that.
Right.
I don't have to spend any money.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to spend any money and your pool's running good. That's a perfect condition. Can't get any better. Get your swimming pool off the grid. I'm Richard. I'm Richard from Tustin, solar pool owner. Solar system's working great. Get your pool off the grid. At least get your pool off the grid. Save you a lot of money and be a lot happier. I recommend being a sustainable pool owner.
Cool. Anything to add, Jeff? Your thoughts of absorbing all this and installing it?
Oh, it works great.
Install wasn't too much?
No different than any other pump. It's simple.
Yeah. Cool. What are you doing over there? All right, let's get out of here. Thank you so much.
That's why we didn't go with any check valves on this one.
Yeah,
Because there was too many, so the selector valve was
that was
the best
perfect. Right. No doubt about it. It seems like a less head too, less pressure on it. The whole thing. All right. No, that was clean installation, dude. Totally. We just, if I would have done it, I would have made sure these were sweeps, you know. This, you can't really do too much on sweeps, but in installation, if you had them, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sweeps you could have used. Here, you probably could have, you would have been off the plate, so, so I could see using the 90s there, which I wouldn't really want to, but that's okay. But these other locations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's really zero reason we couldn't have gone with sweeps, which would have lowered at least a 1 psi easily on the system for sure, using sweeps on those locations. But other than that, I think it's great. Fantastic. Perfect. Let's get that temperature one last time.
Oh, we're creeping up. 120.
120?
1.
Where are you heating it at?
Right at the top.
Where? Right there on the sticker?
The whole top of the motor.
Whole top of the motor, you're seeing what? 121?
Up to 121. Well, I guess when you get back here,
And that's because of the fans there.
up here on the front, 121.
Okay. 121.
Plug it back in.
The cleaner? Yeah. Do you find yourself having to do that all the time, or just whatever?
When you unplugged it,
Yeah.
then the power of the pool actually gets it all taken.
Oh, right, the return.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, look, you can see it going around in that wall. It's moving the water.
Yeah, this is what, 31 feet? Uh-oh, we have a hose for you at the house. We're at the... Oh. Listen to those RPMs. So now we have total air in the system. It's gonna prime itself.
No.
So there's some good RPMs when there's no, pressure on the impeller, you know? What a big difference, huh? On the RPMs and the whole flow.
I've done it before, as you can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
When I picked up the hose, it just broke.
Is that lid on good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It'll take a few minutes to circulate, and then I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And then the water comes back up. It's good. Yeah, I gotta prime the hose again. Which is good.
Yeah, you got some work to do now. And now you're finally working on the pool.
I gotta just take one out.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh, look at that. That's genius.
Right? Ta-da!
That's how you prime a hose. Man.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. They go, why don't you just do it this way? It's
It is chilly, isn't it? No, it seems like you've done this before, Richard. Great job. Cleaner's running great.
That's a lot of work.
Does it skim pretty good though? Do you find yourself netting still, or does it end up really, the way it circulates, does it skim really well? Still?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you haven't sacrificed on your skimming,
No.
cleaner running, everything's just been even extra flow, I guess, huh? That's cool.
Remember all those little things were falling yesterday? And when
Yeah.
we skimmed them all off. That's today's.
That's great.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right, let's go, Jeff. Thank you so much. You know, stuff like this really helps other people like your neighbor and whatnot to really kind of get some kind of knowledge of, you know, an actual homeowner that.
I got my neighbors, they've all been over here and they look at it and I go, no electricity there.
Right.
Okay, well, what do you have to drink?
Yeah, right.
Look at my cooler right there.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let's go in. We'll get your shoes on and get out of here.
Oh, you guys having a party over there?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Time, not your time.
Get your shoes on. You forget where you want to go? You just want to eat here?
Wow, that's a good kid.
Right? Oh, she's got a great grandpa.
Wow. You tell my kids you want to eat here or go somewhere.
Right.
We're going somewhere. No way they're gonna eat at home.
Right. So these are the panels you're running the swimming pool pump on now. Did you always have those up, Richard, or did you just put them up for the solar pump?
No, they went up for solar pump only.
Solar pump only.
Remember, I kept going back to you. How many pumps?
Right.
Hi, Richard. I love my SunRay solar pump. Saves me a lot of money because it's direct, no electricity at all. I love it. Works great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right.
Bye. See you on
Thank you.
Saturday, Richard.
See you later.
All right, have a good one.
Better be electrocute yourself on that.
All right.
No, I'm good. I won't do that.
I think I got everything I need now. You know, that was some more good content there. Having him talking and expressing his thoughts and stuff.
Now, the thing about him too is you don't realize that he's a wealthy guy. He's got money.
Right.
You can't see it in the car he drives, but look at his house, and you can tell he's very smart about his money.
Yeah.
That's why he's got it.
Oh, like.
So when he puts that investment out, he's smart enough to see that I'm putting it out now, but I'm gonna get it all back.
Yeah.
And then some.
Right. Right. Totally. Well, it definitely looked like he's getting his he's not paying a utility bill anymore, 30 bucks, 40 bucks a month, has cash going out. But then he said he's seeing like $100 credit, you know,
Yeah.
or so, somewhere in there, to really offset even more electricity that he might use for his AC units. There's not going to be too many people who are going to have a pool set up like him. I mean, they might have a bigger filter, but to have a pool at that distance and have a thermal heater at that distance and that height, nobody else is really going to have that kind of a setup. And if they do, it's not going to be much worse.
Well, you see his filter, right?
Yeah.
It's going through 1.5 inches. It's
know.
2 inch in and it goes
Because
down.
his pool's 1.5 inches too.
Yeah. Everything's 2 inch. The only thing that's 1.5 inches is that the filter where it reduces down to 1.5 inches and to the pool is 1.5 inches.
Right.
But the pump and
But is that making it easier for this system to work?
No. No, because when it's pushing all that distance,
That's all.
it's 2 inch.
Well, it's 2 inch on the roof.
Yeah, it's 2
not
inch over.
underground to the pool.
No, only underground is 1.5 inches.
Right.
So if that was 2 inch, it actually, I don't think it would make it any harder on it. I think it actually free it up a little bit.
Which is supposed to be the theory, right?
Yeah. But the difference would be at that discharge where you're getting that strong push. It'd be it'd still be the same amount of water, but there'd be less pressure behind it because it's going through a 2 inch opening.
I think we could have found a happier customer.
No.
Right?
No, he's great.
Yeah.
Great feedback.
But that kind of flowed out of him pretty well.
Yeah.
What he said, you know? Right. Well, I'm sure he's proud of his pool too, you know?
Well, yeah, he's definitely proud of his pool. There's no doubt
I
about
should
it.
have asked him that. Are you proud of your pool? I love my pool. So it seems from him telling his neighbors and everything, I think most people are just in disbelief.
I think it's what.
Do you think that's what it is? They're just in disbelief?
No, I think it's what he said about putting the money out there. They're seeing the cash in their hand that they're going to put out there.
They don't want to let go of the cash?
Where they're letting a little bit go each month. You know what I mean?
So right now they're letting a little bit go each month, like $100 a month. They're not doing, you know, $1,500 or $2,000.
Yeah, instead of dropping $2,000 and putting the system in it,
Right.
and then you're not paying for anything anymore.
Right. So for people to realize a year and a half return on investment, and then after that, the next 20 years, the solar panels, the pump, everything's going to last. And so to get that return on investment of 12 grand or whatever it's going to be after 10 years, that is where most people don't want to invest in or plan for it. But I gotta say, anybody in the stock market, if they got a return on investment like that in any stock, it would be
a lot of millionaires out there.
Yeah, everybody would be talking like, oh, you gotta buy this stock, you know?
Yeah.
They'd be going crazy. That would be just, what? Unbelievable. And I don't have to do things. Just keeps going every year after that. So
No, and after talking to him, that should help pool guys be like, okay, I want my customers to have this, you know? Why the not?
Right. Well, look how much more cleaner the pool's going to be for the pool technician.
When you just go and look at it and it's like, okay, there's some on the top, I'll skim the top, the water's perfect.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's crystal clear. The salt cell's always running, keeping the chemicals dialed in. I think it's a less strain on the salt cell.
That guy had a pool guy, he would be there maybe 10 minutes
Yeah.
a week, you know?
Yeah. You know, but I think with the solar pump running longer, I think it's a less strain on the salt cells that are out there in pools. They're able to, you know, keep the chemicals balanced easier.
Well, I think the salt cell isn't on all the time. It's running off the timer.
I wonder what that is. It's a good question.
Yeah, we should have asked him. I don't think it's running the whole time that the pump's running. I think it's running like an optimal time.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Richard, Michael.
Yes.
Hey, Jeff and I were talking. How long are you running that salt cell on the timer? We didn't ask you that question.
Oh, 5 hours.
Okay, so you're just turning it on.
I do it when the pump's running full speed.
Okay. All right, so you find that 5 hours throughout the day, like around 10 to 1 or whatever it is?
I run at 9 to 2:30.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Thank you, Richard.
Oh, one more thing. What are you going to put this on? All this filming you've been doing on me.
Oh, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to edit it all and put it on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
You do that now.
Oh, yeah. Totally will.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I figured I didn't want to run the salt cell when it's not going at peak because I didn't know how it was going to work.
Totally. Well, typically they have a flow rate sensor on it, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. But no, but what you're doing makes sense. It's a good plan.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
Cool. But I have your okay to edit the video and use it, correct?
Oh, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. But I'll definitely send you. You'll be the first link, first person I
Okay.
send it to.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, he's happy.